Hi, how you doing? I'm Frank Nardone from Team 6, the Informatic Addicts, and I'm going to talk about our assignment 3. So I am the cyber threat analyst, and through the eyes of the cyber threat analyst, we can measure the efficiency of the insider threat program by looking at the system as a whole and how the software that the company uses interacts with the whole system. As a cyber threat analyst, my job would be to focus on the security of the system. I would be making sure there was no kind of malware or any kind of bugs that they could get into. This malware could be a keylogger or just collecting data or information that runs through the system. I would need to maintain it and monitor what employees are working with what software and which information specifically. Uh, to measure the efficiency specifically, we could create software that could track and monitor what the employees are doing with the software and the system and the information that goes through it. We don't want too much software running on the system that it's hogging up the system as a whole and making everything run slower. So we got to make sure that we keep the system efficient too while maintaining a level of monitoring our employees. If we receive no complaints about bugs or any kind of malware, I say we're working at top efficiency.
Hello, I'm James, Informatic Addicts. I am the Information Security Officer. To assess the efficacy of our program as the Information Security Officer, we would need to ensure that the most current set of information security practices and policies are being followed within our organization. The ISO should be analyzing the current insider threat methods of operation in order to protect our information assets. Um, defensive system defensive systems should be fine-tuned to look for and monitor any methods of attack accordingly. The ISO should also specifically seek to monitor those that attempt to abuse um, and access unauthorized information. The ISO should also revise policies and practices regarding information security after any type of incident so that they can become key indicators to the organization and that they're aware of it in the future.
Hi, I'm Matt, Compliance Analyst for Informatic Addicts. To assess the efficacy of this program, the compliance analyst will have to identify what policies will need to be improved and which ones are actually doing a great job in the program. The compliance analyst has taken into consideration what risk factors are going to need to be looked at to make the current laws, regulations, and policies and business standards to help improve the program. The compliance analyst should also look and see which risks can be decreased over time and which incidents have come up, and also seeing which policies can be reworked and modified over time. There should also be enhanced training and also awareness to the employees if any policies are also redone. And another aspect of the compliance analyst should be to consider investigating the infrastructure of the organization. And finally, the compliance analyst should look and see if they can improve the communication among everyone inside the organization and just see if they can evaluate overall policies with that as well.
Hi, I'm Allison, and I'm speaking on behalf of the behavioral analyst. After testing employees' knowledge of insider threat practices, the behavioral analyst will carefully observe employees' activities. Behavioral analysts will look for employees that possess suspicious or disruptive behavior and will then choose employees to closely monitor. This position will also monitor employees who have tragic things happening in their lives because these tragic experiences could lead to disrupting behaviors that they did not previously have. The behavioral analyst watches the performance of an employee who suddenly leaves the company. They also should be able to determine if the employee leaves for personal or mischievous reasons. We could measure the efficiency of our program by specifically asking our employees how they feel about the program and what could be improved considering they're the people who are working with the information and the system the information is on. We could do this through personalized tests and group meetings to talk about the program.
Hello, my name is Richard, and I'm speaking in lieu of the Security Operations Center analyst. In the event of a data breach, the Information Security Operations Center analyst will lay out what steps are to be taken and the procedures in case of an escalating attack. The Security Operations Center contributes to the organization by protecting sensitive data through the use of a security information and event manager system. This system increases the efficiency of the program as a whole by cutting down on the amount of time needed to detect a malicious threat or data breach. A Security Operations Center analyst using a security information and event manager system is able to take an array of monitoring systems and use data aggregation to respond quickly to crucial events. They should also separate serious signs of an insider threat from white noise. We would not want to waste time, money, and manpower on false alerts. We could measure the efficiency of our program by making sure we only focus on serious threats to our company.
Hi, my name is Alejandro, and as the IT risk analyst, we can determine the efficacy of our insider risk program by conducting several controlled scenario tests. As an IT risk analyst, it is important that we evaluate the various risks that a company may face and how effective our plan is in combating each scenario. The loss of data or financial information requires the entire risk program to take a different approach than if a physical attack were to happen. By running controlled scenarios, we can get an idea of how the company will run during attack. Controlled attack can give managers an idea of where we can improve security and evaluate where those current employees are at assessing a risk and how we can better train them to act during these types of risks. As the IT risk analyst, it is also important to find various cost-effective measures to ensure our program is viable for the scale of the company. This can mean hiring trusted third-party companies to supplement our very own security in a manner that does not put our customers at risk.